Grub, why don't you go ahead and give us the recent events from your perspective, little guy?
Alright, we were heading down the road to Iron Harbor when we were accosted by a little deep gnome and his centipede friends. And during the battle, Malchus got a little confused about Del's abilities and thought the dragon Mixalian was possessing him. Anyway, it turned out alright. We destroyed the gnome and the centipedes. We f***ed them up. Sorry. Pardon my language. And then we found a charred body with the deep gnome also, and we were able to determine that the deep gnome was the one that killed the guy from Iron Harbor. We found some weird shit and tools on him. And then we decided that we were going to continue on our way. I think that's about it.
That is about it, yeah.
Spoken like a true grub.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Hey, point of order. That is not Malchus or B-Type. That is, in fact, KeenBean and Krolok.
No!
The overlay there.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you once more. Good Lord. Okay, here's what we're going to do.
Stolen identity.
Just in case
we're just
anybody get confused.
take this, and we're just going to go... oh, my God. It's magic.
Wait, I want to see this thing slide over in the stream.
All right, thank you for the reminder. All right, that was good because I did not notice that at all. Okay, so thank you for the wonderful recap there, Grub. Enjoy your 2 hero points this session instead of just 1 like everyone else. Welcome to the Tabletop Chronicles presents Rusthenge. I'm your game master, Meyore. You can also find me on the Swindler's Den channel, where I'm currently game master in Abomination Vaults, and I've done some other stuff with a couple of these fellas. But first up on the layout, we have Babycornboi. Who do you play, good sir?
I play Grub.
That's right. You can find him here. Next up, we have BKSchatzki.
I'm playing Delanetanoran, and you can find me at BKSchatzki everywhere.
And it's all down below. Next,
I'm enjoying a fresh 90 shilling from Odell Brewing Company, courtesy of Fort Collins, Colorado. I'm not sponsored.
But if you wanted to sponsor us, I wouldn't be opposed. But next up, we have KeenBean. Who do you play?
I'm playing Krolok.
That is right. Yeah. Who was very
and I'm enjoying
helpful.
A nice glass of water, sponsored by Denver Public Services.
Planet Earth. Okay, so...
I'm drinking coffee out of a Yeti. Let's take the crown back from the Stanley Cups.
Ooh.
But, if Stanley Cups wants to sponsor...
Certainly someone will sponsor us right now.
Yeah, right now. Do it. Get in the chat. Anyways, Battletight was not able to make it tonight. So we will continue onward, and Malchus may be a little more tight-lipped than usual. So, folks, we continue our way around the bend, along the old Kindred Coast to good old Iron Harbor, where we will continue on our journey. So I will say that you guys hike and keep moving on for quite some time. I'd say after another 3 or 4 hours of cautiously navigating the road, keeping an eye out for any other surprises like the ones you've experienced so far, you do eventually begin to make your way to what appears to be a small village. A small coastal village, I should say. So let me just drag these little tokens on here so I can kind of keep track of where everyone is. So you guys begin to make your way around another peninsula, not too unlike one that you just went by. So let me just activate the scene so we can see what that looks like. Oh, I'm gonna have to
Chakakoth Isle, just like this.
Yeah, it's just a little pincers everywhere. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, so you guys have begun to make your way around this peninsula, and you see a fork in the road. You can kind of see across like a bit of hill, and there are sparse trees. You do kind of make out what seems to be like a small building and a very, very small like personal dock. But you can clearly see across the water there is like a legitimate dry dock, and there is like an actual town with smaller townhouses. There's a few buildings that kind of stick out. Let me just move you guys up a bit. Of these buildings, you guys would see there's quite a lot here. Alright, so I already mentioned the smaller hut with the little dock. You see to the kind of north over here, there are what appear to be like a few large manor houses, which across the water, it's a little hard to see, but I don't know, they look a little out of shape. Across the water, you do see there is the small harbor. You notice that there are a few ships moored there, but you'd probably have to get a little bit closer to make out any finer details. You see several smaller kind of townhouses made of typical wood shingled roofs, simple homes, what looks to maybe be like workshops here and there. You do make out a very large dry dock, and kind of in the distance, you also notice what appears to potentially be a temple, possibly? In the far distance, kind of walled off, and across the shore, closest to you guys, but it's on its own kind of little isle, you see what appear to be strange, rusted spires of metal sticking out of the ground, kind of in some sort of grouping together. And as you guys gaze upon this a little bit, Mixalian says, oh, I'm surprised I was able to do that. Yes, cool. Mixalian makes a note to, he kind of whispers in your ear, Dylan Ednoran, I was told they were beautiful. This is strange. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna ask Mixalian. What are you looking at? Those rusty things over there? And I point.
Yes, the spires. I never visited this area myself, but an acquaintance said that they were quite beautiful, made of metal, not of this world. To see them rusty, I don't know what beauty she might have found in this.
Is that mind communicated, or is he saying that out loud?
He was just like, kind of, like, not intensely trying to hide it, but it was kind of like under his breath. If you want to roll perception, we'll see if it's like easy for you to hear or not.
What weird place is perception in again? Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah.
And am I hiding rolls?
No, this is fine. Just roll open. Yeah. You're able to kind of hear him talking under his breath a little bit.
Not of this world. Exotic material?
Well, you are familiar with the stars that fall into the planet, yes? Or, I suppose, what would you call them? Meteors?
Grub wants to take a closer look.
Yeah.
But maybe investigate village first.
Does anything look unusual about the village from where we're standing?
From where you guys are standing. From what you guys can see, kind of across the bay. Sure, why don't everyone give me perceptions? We'll see if y'all notice any fun stuff.
Blind or no?
No, it's, open is fine.
Okay.
Perception.
What? Wait, that was Mixalian.
I have a
let me make sure that
sneaking suspicion that is Malchus in the chat.
Just add one more to my roll because I accidentally rolled with Mixalian, so it's really a 15.
yeah. You're good. Okay, so you guys see that there isn't actually a whole lot of activity in the town at the moment. You can see a few people kind of scuttling here and by there, just amongst the little town part over here. But you don't really see any activity, at least headed to and from this temple over here, which is kind of surprising given the fact that, from what you guys know, this is for the most part a Goramite community, so you would at least expect some business to be being done at the temple. But aside from that, I will also say that you guys notice, well, I should say, Dylan and Norin notices this. You notice that this section of water over here, you notice that the water actually looks somewhat shallower, and also just you know, being of this island, you realize that right now it's high tide, and that might actually be passable during low tide.
Hey, guys.
So there are people?
There are people, yes.
Guys, I think we could go investigate those rusty spires when the tide goes out.
Yes, good. Well, good to see. I'll turn to, what's her name? Elder Ordwe, is she here still?
Yes, she is with you. I just forgot to drag her.
I'll turn and say, well, they're not all dead. That's good.
Yes, that is good. At least there'll be someone to speak with. Hopefully they're not all infected by whatever affected our poor soul.
I was half expecting to find just a town that's completely rusted over, to be honest, so welcome sight.
This is a good sight, better than that, that's certainly sure.
Now, the talking to them part, not so exciting.
What's this little thing in front of us? This little...
Oh, yeah. So
shack.
that, from what you guys could kind of see over the hill, it did appear to be some sort of shack, and there is like a very small rowboat, or well, not very small. There's a rowboat that appears to be moored to the why am I trying to say deck? What is that called? The we'll just say dock. Yes, the dock. Thank you. My brain. Moored to the wooden deck. But anyways, so yes, that is there as well, and it appears that the small road kind of forks off into a dirt path that way. So it, you know, it is at least appears to have been well traveled, or at least a man-made path that way.
Hey, you guys want to see if anyone's home before we head into town?
Yes. Good idea.
And if they're not home, we steal their boat.
Well, maybe not steal everything.
You borrow their boat?
That is a little bit more acceptable.
You know, I never asked you three, why when you guys landed on this island, you came to our town instead of this one?
Seemed more welcoming.
Well, I'm biased, but I agree.
I agree.
Honestly, dumb luck.
Oh, so you just pointed at a map. Boink. I'll go there.
Call it fate if you want.
Love it.
Also, as Krolok says that, he actually looks a little older for some reason, but, you know. Anyways, yeah, so you guys are going to check out this fishing hut?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so much bigger than it, though, so I don't think I'm going to fit inside.
Alright, yes, we will move our giant civilization-sized people over to the hut. And you guys see as, I mean, the hut, at least from the outside, does appear to be abandoned. You don't really hear any sort of commotion coming from inside. But you do see the hut. You do see the door is kind of like propped open a little bit. And it is just a smaller wooden hut. And along the dock, there is a large rowboat, and you guys figure you could probably fit about 4 people in there. But I guess with 2 of you being small, maybe you could squeeze 5.
Maybe we should see who's home. Del, you're good at talking. I mean,
Yeah,
Grub
of
could
course.
knock.
I usually think he's too good at talking.
So do you want me to talk or not? Yeah, hello? Anyone home?
You just hear like the faintest echo of your hello across the water.
Okay, Grub,
Is the
you wanna
door
knock?
unlocked?
Yeah, it's kind of hanging a little bit open.
Can I just open it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
open the wooden door, and you do see, at least a small little home. Nothing too wild in there. You see a little makeshift bed. There's like a couple little wooden cabinets. And inside you see there is a very nice fishing pole.
What do you mean very nice? How nice we talking?
Like this thing, it looks like it's made of some fine wood that could handle strong forces upon it. Looks like you could fish out some big old fish with this. This isn't your just I bought my first rod, type of situation. This is for some deep sea fishing.
Privately rolled some dice.
Oh, I just want to see if I noticed you.
I was like, what the fuck you doing over there?
Just above the table, I didn't notice you eyeing that fishing pole. Wow.
Can I look around the hut?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there
and give
anything
me
else?
Give me a hidden perception roll as you search around.
Alright. And hidden is roll mode. Blind GM roll?
Yes, blind GM roll. Thank you.
Gotcha. Oh, I hate when I don't get to see my dice.
Yeah, so you look around and you find like little bits of like wooden, it seems funny to say wooden silverware, but wooden tableware.
Sure. Yeah.
And just like little basic necessities. It looks like you know, whatever general things that someone might have used to live a somewhat meager existence here, but nothing too exciting.
Man, that's the kind of roll that screams your average roll just went down to a 8.4.
Oh man.
Krolok, you see anything?
Nothing worth. And I glance over at the elder. Borrowing. Except maybe the fishing pole, I'll mutter under my breath.
He's not good to steal from the poor.
Yeah, we're gonna rob the Rune Lords, right? Yes.
Oh dear.
Just the bad ones, okay? Well, if there's nothing here, I think we should go into town.
Also, of course it's not good to steal from the poor. They have nothing worth stealing.
Yes, that is the moral we should be taking away from this, I suppose. Well, I don't know. Someone might return here, possibly, or once lived here. I don't know. What do you... hopefully they aren't sick, like our fellow we had found.
Is there any way over to like the main village without like a little boat?
Yeah. So you guys.
Oh yeah, of course there is. Now I'm zooming out. I'm like, oh, I fucking see it. All right.
Yeah. You guys took the fork to get to this little hut, and if you continue along the road, you will walk straight into town.
Maybe head to village first. I imagine going to the island might be suspicious. If we were to be seen.
Yeah. Also, I have no idea what that thing is, so maybe the villagers can tell.
Yeah, I don't fancy going there without someone telling me more about it.
If anything, this could possibly be a place to fall back to if we needed, in case anything goes wrong, I suppose. But yes, I agree. We should investigate the village.
Sorry, what are these little things on this island? Did you mention that already?
Yeah. So as you guys kind of looked over, you see these. They're the towering rusted spires. Yeah.
Okay, it's hard. It looks like a circle of flowers from the top view. So I was just like, wait, is that what we're looking at?
Yeah. They are jagged spires of rusted metal, each standing about 50 feet high into the sky.
Oh, that's big. Okay, I see.
Yes, they don't look big from here, and they're not supposed to be rusted.
At least based off what Thassilonian knew. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Hey, Elder.
Yes.
Don't you think D'Artanius was asking for it when he named his village Iron Harbor?
Oh, well, you know, I guess he could have named it Steel Harbor. He probably is asking for lots of swords.
Yeah.
Elder Orby got a big old whoosh. But if they are being affected by rust, that would be quite an unfortunate name, yes.
Very iron-like.
Well, no time like the present, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's head to town.
All right.
Overland.
Okay. Yeah, you guys begin making your way around, and you do continue to head along the coast. You know, it takes like, 10-15 minutes to get around. It's not super huge.
It looked bigger for me for some reason.
Do get to... yeah, I mean, it's like a good mile. Yeah, around. And then probably like a mile over there. But yeah, you guys come to another crossroads. These do appear to be the larger manors that you saw before. But the town proper does seem to be, further east. So you guys want to keep heading to town proper or visit these manors?
Visit town and then come back to the manors, eh, Gruff?
Yes.
Yes, I do agree.
People sometimes don't like Grub poking around without making himself known.
All right, yes. Good idea, everyone. And you guys continue making your way to the town proper. I will say that as you guys begin getting closer and closer, in the distance, you see a figure. The sun kind of gleams off of her armor, and you see that there is an individual in shining full plate armor with what appears to be a greatsword across her back, and across I keep saying her, we haven't determined that yet. Anyways, across their chest you see a religious symbol, which we would know, Elder Ord, yes, a Goromite, makes sense. A symbol of Gorum. And as you guys get closer to her, she raises up a hand, and you hear as this voice calls out, "Halt!" And you guys, Elder Ordry will stop. Do the rest of you guys stop?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the figure in full plate walks up. They have like a hand on their greatsword, and they have the other hand still up, like cautioning you guys to stay. And as she approaches, Elder Ordwy says, "Well, hello. I am Elder Ordwy." And as she says that, she says, you hear the voice from the full plate. She says, "Oh, an elder from Osprey Cove. Yes. Yes. It is good that you have come. My name is Sister Vanda of the Temple of Gorum. So what does bring you here, Elder?" And Elder Ordwy replies, "Oh, hold on. Let's just see what's happening here, because this did screw up all of the cameras. Go ahead. Sorry, Malchus. We're back,
I'm good.
everyone. And what did Malchus say as the full plate figure asked what Elder Ordwy had coming this way for?
Halt! Who is this? Who's this island over here? We are looking for these rust enemies.
Rusted Oh, sorry. Too many voices in my head.
Uh-oh.
Rusted figures, you say? What? I know of no rusted figures. Wait, hold on. Actually, this does make sense. Apologies. It has been a long day. We actually had a brother who had grown ill and fled a couple nights ago. I didn't really notice much rust, but he did seem to be losing his mind. We were trying to care for him, but he escaped after becoming violent and hurt a few of our fellow priests and fled. We've been looking, but we didn't know he made it all the way to your village, yes?
Did he look
He was
like
wearing similar armor as yours.
Yeah.
Yes,
He didn't quite make it to the village.
Oh dear. And you say rust. What happened to his armor? We take pride in making sure that our armor is clean.
Well, he was rusty, and so was his Grub, was his blood rusty too? It was like every part of him was rusting.
Yes.
I mean, believe me, I didn't even want to touch his body, and, I'm not above looting corpses. It's not my favorite thing.
Rusted and poisoned by gnomes. Malchus.
Even some of the tools that we tried to use to, tend to his body rusted as soon as they made contact with it.
I'll motion toward Malchus. I'll just hold my hand up.
Oh dear, this is dire news. Well, Elder Orwe, I'll need you to come with me to Stoneholm. Lord Ragnolf would wish to speak with the leaders of Osprey Cove about Brother Blanton, but also possibly the future of the Kinder Coast. There's much to discuss, and we can accommodate you alone at Stoneholm for the night, but the rest of you must wait here in town.
Negative. We want to see your leader.
And you say that, and Elder Ordwe, she kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Oh yeah, I understand. I understand, Sister Vanda. Just one moment. I just need a moment to speak with my companions, if that's quite all right." And she kind of, "Oh, fine. Speak to your companions." And you guys go ahead and give me either a perception. Yeah, give me perception checks really quick.
Public?
Yeah, that's fine. And she kind of takes a few steps back to let you guys talk. Wow, nat 20 from Malchus. Holy crap. So hearing her kind of recall all of this, let's see, Grub and Malchus and Crowlock, you guys, okay, sorry, Grub and Crowlock, you guys clearly tell that something is a little bit off with Sister Vanda. Malchus, you notice that in particular, when you brought up the rusted priest or whatever that you'd found, she was particularly caught off guard by that. But as you guys, kind of think about that, Elder Ordwe kind of takes you to the side in a little huddle, and she says, "Something's not quite right here. Did anyone notice how she seemed a little surprised to hear about our visitor?"
Something's not right indeed. I do not trust this one. You should not travel alone.
Yes.
Well,
At least we should keep an eye on you, even if not obviously.
yes, I know it is dangerous, but I have an idea. But also, did anyone... She kind of nods over to the harbor, and she says, "That is most definitely a Thassilonian ship. I'm a little surprised, given that I didn't believe that Iron Harbor had any connections with Thassilon apart from our tax collectors. But that ship looks a bit more than what the tax collector would need."
The Thassilonians are where the crazy Rune Lord lady is, right?
Yes. She is the dominant ruling party in this region.
The tyrant that we're after.
Yes, the tyrant that we're all
So I'm
seeking
super
to
excited
overthrow.
to get on this tyrant and this tax collector right now.
But she then says, something's definitely amiss. But here's my idea. If we were to split up for now, it gives you an opportunity to learn more. You see, if I go with Sister Vanda and meet with this Lord Ragnolf, you guys can look around the village, keep an eye out, ask questions, find somewhere to stay for the night, and figure out what that Thassilonian ship is here for. But above all, you just need to be discreet. Let no one know of what we're trying to find out here. Try not to give too much away. Can you agree to do this for me?
I'm not hiding from a tyrant.
Well, I don't suppose that she's actually here herself. I have heard that she's been quite cooped up in her capital in Zinneridacil. I hate these names.
We see the tax collector is here. I want to speak with this tax collector.
Well, Malchus, as I mentioned, I don't believe that's actually the tax collector's ship. It looks a bit bigger than what he usually arrives in. Usually just a small galley for him and enough men to get him here. That
Grub
has
worries.
Somewhat worried.
How will we know
What
that
if
you're...
they... Well,
Oh,
what
we
if
know
they...
you're safe.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Well, I will say that if I do not return, well, as I say, you should find an inn. I would presume that this town does have one, but I'll ask Sister Vanda. She did say that she would put me up in the temple, but I'll see if I can at least make my way to the inn. So I'll ask her, and then whatever inn she says, maybe we meet there, or if it looks strange, maybe stay nearby. That way when I come to it tomorrow, then you can warn me beforehand. But we'll meet at whatever inn in town there is tomorrow, and if I don't come tomorrow, then come and find me at this stone home that she speaks of. Because then something is obviously amiss, because I will definitely not be staying with them for more than one night. Especially if there's some disease among here.
A night is too long. You can stay in the inn. Tell them you will give them audience long enough to speak, but you'll be resting at the inn with your crew.
Yes.
Alright, I will...
If they don't let you stay at the inn, it's a bad sign.
I suppose that is true. I'm a little bit new to this whole espionage thing. It's very exciting, honestly.
Espionage.
This isn't espionage. This is helping.
Well, yes, we are helping, but things are a little odd. But anyways, yes, I agree. So I will... What say we? Krolok, you're always good with time, yes? How about if I do not return for 1 hour past sunset, then come find me at this stone home. I believe that's an acceptable time to return. And should give me a bit of time to hash things out with this Lord Ragnulf.
Agreed.
Okay. Good. And she kind of like has a grin. Like, clearly she's a little worried, but she's also kind of excited about this whole thing. So she says, Sister Vanda, I'm willing to accompany you to Stonehome.
Little man, do you have any more animals in your pants that you could send with her?
Oh my god, I forgot about the friggin' dragon. I'm gonna have to remember that.
I think I should probably put Exhalion back in the astral plane. Or wait,
Yes.
I can't remember exactly where he comes from. He
Put
can
him
come
back
from
in your
here,
pants.
right? Yeah, the astral plane. That's what I said. Because I don't think, if I recall correctly, he can't be too far away from me. Otherwise, it just kind of like... And I don't want to make anyone in here nervous. These Iron Harbor people are already kind of jumpy, to be honest.
That's true. So I hate to go back a little bit, but when you guys saw this person, did you have Mixalian hide in a bush or something nearby? Or...
Nope.
All right, yeah.
No, I sure
he walked up. Yeah, you
Completely forgot he was there.
We'll
Yeah.
say that's a decent reason that Sister Vanda may have had her hand on her sword, keeping an eye on this thing. She doesn't turn her back to you guys. She's dead. She's not watching your group, but she is watching that dragon. Just waiting for this thing to attack. Yeah, she says, yes, your group, your companions, they are more than welcome to stay in town, but that thing needs to stay outside. And you kind of see Mixalian. He's kind of his teeth are kind of bore. He's kind of growling a little bit at that. I am not.
No one speaks
a
about my
thing.
grub like that.
I don't think. At this point, I don't even know.
Wait, is Grub supposed to stay outside?
I.
The goblin stays with me.
Yes,
I don't want to.
wasn't speaking of the goblin.
Nervous.
Maybe you should have been.
And then
Just
I'll
kidding.
ask her. I'll ask her. Speaking of inns, where should we stay? Where did your friends on that decide to stay while they're here?
She'll answer that in just a moment. But on the side, Del, what were you saying to McSallion?
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to figure out a way to not be talked to like that. But in the meantime, I don't want these people in town to get all jumpy. Could you imagine going through this 100 times over the coming hours, Exhalion?
I understand.
And Grub will
Mortals
pat him
are-
on the head and say, happens all the time.
He kind of growls a little bit at your touch, but he realizes you're trying to be helpful. And yeah, he says, I understand that my form strikes terror into the hearts of men. What would you have me do?
I think I can do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like just back to where you came from for now.
All right. Well,
Didn't he come from getting killed?
the last thing I remember was having my heart pierced. I'm not exactly sure where I come from, but this could be good. Gives me a chance to return and finish off my enemy.
Yeah, and I think I can get you back. I think the bond is not just a one-time thing. So, is that okay? I'm gonna do the unsummoning,
Yes, proceed.
and Del will trace the circle in the floor and do the whole like thing, and
Yeah.
Exhalion will just kind of sink through the floor.
So yeah. So
Whoa!
as
was
you
amazing.
start doing that and preparing that ritual, there is a sigil that begins to glow on yourself, Delined Norin, and McSallion, as you begin this ritual, kind of sealing this magic, this bond that you two have. As that sigil glows bright, where does it glow on each of you, and what does it look like?
Oh no, this is why we should have talked about this.
My bad.
Yeah, it's just gonna like kind of glow underneath like the front of his, like right in front of his heart.
Gotcha.
It'll
Yeah.
kind of glow through the clothes a bit. And let's say it resembles an osprey, because osprey
You said an
He
osprey?
even-
Okay, I like it.
he's thinking of home as much as he
Perfect.
wants to adventure. How about that?
I like it. And is it
Okay.
is it also on McSallion's like chest above his heart?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Right
And as you finish your circle, that then McSallion begins to sink into nothing. The sigil begins to fade away on your chest. But as he was doing this, the rest of you see that like clearly like shines through his shirt. Like this is a very bright light. Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. You were controlling the serpent.
I wouldn't exactly say that. Del, as you hear that in your head.
he says that he wouldn't exactly say that.
This is strange. I don't seem to have form or shape. I am, but I am not. There is no battle.
I'm starting to feel bad that you got stuck with me. But I'll try to do my best. I'm saying this out loud, by the way.
Okay. Right. Just be wary. We are connected now. I would hate for you to die when I am in this form.
Is it invisible? Can you send it with the cleric?
Chipmunk face, head shake.
Very well.
Good. The serpent is gone. Well, Elder Ordwy, if you would please come with me. And, you hear like the clink of like all her armor as she walks away with Elder Ordwy. And Elder Ordwy kind of turns on and gives you a little wave. And begins heading off across the main road to...
Whoa.
Huh? Oh, sorry. You were asking Sister Vanda. My bad. What did you ask her? Sorry, I got taken on that side.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, yes, the inn. Yes, the closest thing to an inn we have is Elsie's. You can notice it. It is a large red building. Very odd choice of paint.
And then I want to ask you, is that where your friends from the boat are staying?
Oh, the people of the boat, seafarers, sometimes they like to stay on their ship, make sure no one comes and steals anything.
And then can I ask, what are they doing here anyway?
I do not have time to answer your every little question, strange birdman. I must speak with the elder. And she'll kind of brush you off and start making her way. Please, we must speak to Lord Ragnoff, elder. And Elder Ordwy, then she gives you her wave and begins heading off towards Stonehome.
I'm gonna turn to Malchus and Krolok and be like, "You two are incredibly obvious, aren't you?"
I don't think I like the plate mail's attitude.
You ever heard of secrecy, sabotage, subterfuge?
I hold no
Keep your
secrets.
thoughts closer to your chest.
Searching for a tyrant. Come out in the open. Let us fight it out.
You know what's easier than fighting a tyrant in the open? Blowing up their house. While they're sleeping in it.
You have your wish, and I have mine.
That is true.
Greb will just mumble to himself about something.
Oh yeah, and also
Stick board.
Malchus, if you ever forget, I do have your edicts and anathema on the biography page on your character sheet, which is just the second to last button with all those little circles.
Brilliant. Yeah, I've been checking it out. Cheers.
Okay,
Thanks so much.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Right on.
Yeah. You guys are on your own as Elder and the plated figure Sister Vanda walk away towards the temple.
Do we go straight to Elsie's or where? Then I go check out the boat.
It seems no immediate danger. Maybe we split into group of two, get more information.
I'm going to speak with the ship.
Well, Grub doesn't want to do that.
Okay, I guess I'll go with Malchus then.
Yes.
Go with Grub, I guess.
Good for tempering. Yes.
I mean, I agree with Grub. Krolok and Malchus together, I think the whole town will be down on us before the end of the night.
Although that does mean I am stuck with Birdman.
Please, I can talk my way out of any situation.
We'll see.
So obviously you're a thief, but like, what's your style? You just walk out into the open and say, "Oh, this is mine now," and it's okay, wink.
I mean, I've done that
for you,
at
then.
least once. It's not my normal.
Impressive. Anyway,
All right.
The ship then.
the ship.
All right.
Grub.
So yeah, go ahead.
Grub will say, "Well, Krolak, Grub would like to inspect the walls around this temple. If you'd like to come that direction with me, you can. Or not, I don't really care."
May as well.
All right, yeah. You guys begin making your way past most of the smaller shops and homes, simple stone structures with wooden roofs, wooden tile roofs, and or wooden shingled roofs, I should say. And you guys pass what appears to be a smaller village. There are a few people here and about, moving around town. You guys do kind of, as you're heading down the road, you do see what is probably Elsie's, as it is a larger red painted building. She's so that is kind of to the south over here at this part of town. And yeah, Delin and Norn and Malchus, they start heading south to the docks, and Krolok and Grub make their way past a large dry dock and eventually towards the outer walls of Stonehome. Yes, Stonehome. I keep wanting to add a L in that. But we'll start with Delin and Norn and Malchus. You guys begin to make your way down the docks towards the ship that Elder Ordway had pointed out, and you see that it does appear to have a flag of green and yellow, indicating that it does belong to the fleet of Zinadasril. And yeah, you guys begin to make your way towards the ship. There are like a couple mates kind of on the gangplank, or on the ship side of that, keeping watch. What do you guys do?
Oi, who's in charge here?
And I'm just waving. Hello.
Well, what's it to you?
Well, I don't know about him, but I'm from the other village on this island, and I've never been to the mainland, and I just want to know all about the world. And honestly, I guess you guys are the best people to ask. If you guys are from Zinadasril, according to your sales.
An astute eye you have. Well, you can take that eye, and you can piss off.
Do not speak to the little man like that. Who is in charge here?
Well, that would be the captain.
Great. I'm not that dense. Obviously you have a captain.
Oh, I don't know.
Who's
You
your captain?
could have fooled me,
I will
buddy.
only ask one more time.
Well, we all serve under Captain Perios.
Brilliant. Where is this Perios?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
I'm about to grab this guy, dude.
Why do I have to explain every little thing to all the locals,
I don't know. If you're here, then there must be something here worth coming for.
Well, that's up for the captain to decide. If it was up to me, I never would have stopped at this little pissing post.
But it's up to your captain, isn't it? I mean, don't you think your captain knows best then? If you're following your captain?
I mean, I suppose you're right there.
Come on, give your captain the benefit of the doubt, huh? There must be something worth coming for on Chakakoth Isle. Right?
I don't really know what we're doing here. I'm, not like I'm the first mate or anything. That would be, let's see. My god, there's so many names. Yes, well, that would be Janice. She's the first mate. She would probably know more, but, she's busy. And the captain's busy. Now, if you're gonna just screw around, why don't you do it over there? I was having a wonderful conversation with my companion here.
Continue to have your conversation. I will look for your captain. And I'm gonna go to step past this tool.
Oh, they both immediately draw blades as you put a foot on the gangplank.
Good. I'm gonna draw a blade too then.
Alright. I won't necessarily say we're in initiative yet, but things are very tense. Whoa there, big fella.
Whoa there, little fella. Your attitude is really bothering me. Now I'm asking you again. We're having some problem on the island, and I would like to speak with your captain.
Well, let's see. Fine. Let's see. What should this guy be named? Kinwell, you stay here. I'll fetch the first mate. Keep an eye on them. If they try to come aboard, you know what to do. And
Brilliant. Thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah. Tell me all
And
about it.
I'll push my sword back in.
Yeah, he sheaths his blade. The other guy does the same, and he walks down the ship. Sorry, this is quite a large, long ship. It does appear that there is still a below deck, but yeah, it does look like it'd probably have a semi-decent crew. But there's a couple people kind of taking care of things in the distance. But yeah, he heads below deck and comes back, and I'm trying to remember if this person has art or not. I don't necessarily think they do, but that's fine. Because they did. Oh yeah, Vanda actually did have some art. That's cool. Anyways, yes, so out comes a dapper looking first mate, Janice, and she walks out with the individual you were speaking to before, and comes up to the gangplank and comes up and says, "Oh, a bit of a disturbance, yeah? What do you want with us?"
Lucas, all yours.
What's that? Is a coffee grinder going off?
It was my sink, sorry.
Oh. Yes, Janice, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your time. We have men here that are rusting away and are looking for some answers. Do you know anything about this Rust Island?
Wait, what do you mean rusted people?
People were shot with an arrow and they seem to be rusting alive.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the arrow that makes them rust, but definitely there are also some poisonous arrows and some arrows and some giant centipedes. And it's really
Wait.
just not a good time on this island. Wondering if you're here to help with that.
I haven't seen
Perfect.
anything like that in town. Wait, where are you from? Are you from here? Or from the Iron Harbor?
I'm from the other town, Osprey Cove.
Oh,
Malchus is from... Malchus, where are you from?
Yes, Last Wall, Osprey Grove.
Oh.
One of us.
I see. Well, that is actually quite interesting. Why didn't you say so before? Or did my stupid deckhand here, did he give you a hard time?
He seems to have a slight splinter up his arse.
No, I'll show him a splinter up his arse. And she like kicks him off into the water.
Oh my gosh.
What a fool! You need to ask where people come from before you just turn them away. Just here, come aboard. And she'll kind of take you to like some tables they have on the back deck.
I'm not going to do this in my voice, but let's just say the whole time we're walking, Dylan at Anoran is asking about like, oh wow, what's it like to be in the Thassilonian Navy? I really like your ship. What is it like to be in the, all those.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. She like kind of tries to answer a couple of those. I feel like they're coming at her so fast she doesn't quite get to them all. It's a good job and all, we get paid on time. And also after she kicks off that deckhand, you hear in your head, I like her. She shows strength. But yeah, so she takes you out back, answers a couple of your questions, and she says, so this rusted person, yeah, they weren't from Osprey Cove, the other town, no?
It seems they may have been from here.
What was his name? Brother of the...
Y'all
Yes,
would know Brother
Brother.
Blanton.
Yes, brother.
Brother.
I guess when Gorham's devout,
Oh my
if
god,
he was
I actually
referred to as a brother.
do have first mate Janice. That's what she looks like. Dapper lass.
At some point, I would have really said nice hat. Nice hat.
Yes, it is a good hat. But yes, yeah, so you guys do mention Brother Blanton, right?
Brother Blanton. That's his name.
Yes.
Yeah, so, she says... Sorry, just double checking, Blanton, that's what it was. Okay, so, she mentions that... Oh, he's, so one of the Goramites, you say, from the temple, then? That is very interesting, actually. I, kind of have an interest in that temple myself, if I say so.
As do I. What is your interest?
Well, you see, my, Alright, yeah.
This whole time I'm like looking around for any weapons or any like symbols or armor or any rust or anything that might be like
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know,
no, so like
tools or tells or anything.
you guys see like plenty of like weapons and other like things that you would need on a ship. Not really much tell of rust at the moment. But she does say, well, you see, my captain, he was supposed to go speak with them a few days ago. But he hasn't returned. He told me to stay on the ship, and so I have stayed here. But I wonder, what must be taking so long with negotiations? Or I have to assume they're negotiating something. Yes. He did. That's where the leader of this town lives. He's the head priest.
Negotiations, you say?
Yes, I have to figure we're negotiating something. I mean, I know we came here for business, but I don't quite know what the business was.
What if we're going to negotiate?
Have you been to
He
this?
comes a couple times a year. We pay them. That's it.
Oh, well, I mean, we're no mere tax collectors. You know, we're just a crew for the Navy, and we'd had our orders to come here, and so we did, or at least that's what the captain says.
Exactly. That's beyond the scope of what we usually get from the mainland.
Yes, I was a little bit surprised to come here myself. I didn't really think that we would, need to. I mean, no offense, but your towns are quite small and somewhat unremarkable.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I agree.
Here, really quick, since you guys have both been being pretty, kind, and it's seemingly helpful, a trading of information back and forth, how about you both give me diplomacy checks? I just want to see something.
Okay, under skills, yes?
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
baby.
Oh my
All right.
god, a
I'll take it.
natural 20. What about you, Malchus?
Whoa.
Oh,
All right.
Plus one.
I mean, not as terrible. But let's see here. So, we will say that, yeah. So, she says, well, you folks seem to be, as you said, from Osprey Cove. I wonder, do you think you could possibly help me out with my captain? It has been some time, and he did tell me to remain on the ship and make sure that no troublemakers came afoot. Do you think you could go over there and see if there's anything you could find out about him? If you do help me with this, I could offer you about 30 gold, and I could also give you these, she pulls these little crystals out of her pocket. It's called the Potency Crystal Talisman. It's quite useful if you affix it to your weapon. Could be useful for people like you. I mean, you look like you know your way around a sword. What were your names, anyways?
I am Marcus.
Delanet and Orin.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Malchus, and, Della, Ned, and Norin. Yes?
First try.
I have met many people, so I try my best with names. But,
Tell me, have you been to this Rust Island here? I'll point the direction.
that's...
Yeah, the rusted spires on that little out.
I believe the locals call it Thunderhead Isle. I do think those spires look a bit ominous. Some of the locals, I know they mentioned that some kids may, go over there to try to play and whatnot, but I mean, I don't really find any reason that I would ever want to go over there. You know how kids are, always going places they shouldn't.
Yeah,
Aye. Yes,
sure.
I'm up for inquiring about your captain. We have a mate
there
there as
anything-
well that we expect back in the evening. Did your captain give you a time limit?
Well, I mean, he really didn't, honestly. I mean, I think, for all intents and purposes, this was nothing out of the ordinary for him. Didn't really seem to leave many specifications on what we should be doing. I'm kind of a little antsy to get out of here myself, if I say so.
That makes two of us.
We could
Yes.
approach.
I'm
We can
fine with
approach the temple in the morning.
Yes. We could. Is there anything you could give us to, prove that we're inquiring on your behalf? Because
How about the splinter? And I'll point to the guy that she kicked in the water.
of something better than that. And she like pulls out some paper and she begins writing a note in Thassilonian, which, you know, she doesn't like try to hide it or anything. She just writes it. I believe, does Dylan and Norn, you know that, right? Not necessarily. All right, you can maybe try to decipher it later. But
I know Zinadaceral lore, but I don't think like I speak Thassilonian on my character sheet.
yeah. So we'll say it. You know,
Yeah.
you can try that later. But it does. You know, you notice that this is a little bit different. But yeah, she writes a note and she clearly signs it at the bottom, and she says, "This'll do you better more than that, idiot. Plus, I need all the help I can get to make sure the ship is ready to go whenever we're ready to get out of here. But hand this, if you can find him, to the captain, and he'll know that you're allies of mine. But yes, as I said, if you can bring me back some news about him, I'll make sure to give you the gold and the crystals."
Do you think that I could get passage off this island too?
Oh, I mean, you're a pretty small fellow, so I suppose, yes, if you can help me with this, I'm sure we could fit a few more, or yourself, or whoever wants to go. Is it just the two of you?
Well, I know I want to go. I don't know about these guys. I want to see the world, you know? I don't want to be stuck in this corner of the world forever.
I don't blame you.
I won't be in the way. But the thing is, I need to make sure that we solve this rusting mystery first. That's something we have to do.
I understand. Well, get me information on my captain, and I'll see if I can find a spot for you on our ship. And maybe we can drop you off at the first port we find.
Yeah, Del just like silently is like little mini fist pump.
Brilliant.
Love it.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, thank you for looking into this for me.
Meet us at the inn later for a pint, perhaps.
I unfortunately need to stay on the ship with these fools, but I appreciate the gesture. I'll make sure to pour one out for you.
We could bring a barrel aboard.
You could
have to
do that
carry
as
it,
well.
Great. Sounds like an invitation. Then we'll get up and shake hands and...
Yep, she like spits on the hand for the good old deal sealing handshake.
Wow, cool. Del does the same thing.
All right, I just want to take a look. Just want to look around, see if I can see what I see. If there's anything worth remembering, that's all. But as I step off and away.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and give me like a blind perception check. All right. You would notice that this does, for all intents and purposes, appear to be a military ship outfitted with weapons and capability to take other smaller ships at sea. There is a ballista, does appear to be loaded. The ship is essentially ready for war. But other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary for a smaller warship. But yeah, that is what you notice, Malchus.
All right.
So you guys begin making your way towards Stonehome?
Yeah, that's where they said they were going. Wherever they said they were going. The
Yeah,
grub
they
and,
were gonna go check out the walls. So yeah, if you guys begin heading your way there, we're gonna turn back the clock just a little bit, and we'll see what Krolok and Grub were doing at Stonehelm during this time. So while they were discussing you guys made your way towards the outer wall of Stonehome. Are you guys kind of like trying to keep your distance or look nonchalant, or do you like walk right up to the front door?
Yeah, I was gonna try to kind of keep my distance and see, what kind of it's guarded or what's going on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll follow Grub's lead.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so as you guys get a little bit closer, you would see that there is a spiked wall with a closed gate. It's about 20 feet high. Sorry, let me describe this temple a little bit. Yeah, so this whole temple is made of stone. Appears to be not exactly fancy masonry, but it is a little bit more intricate with like, carvings in the stone here and there. There is like regalia to Gorham across it, but it's not like a really fancy temple. But yeah, you do see it's, kind of large frontal pillars and whatnot. But it's kind of hard to see what's necessarily on the ground level due to the, 20-foot spike wall in front of you guys. And you guys would see that along the front there is there's the spiked wall, and there appears to be kind of like you can see what looks like kind of the edge of like an archer's kind of walkway up there. Like you see a couple spots for like arrows kind of at the top of the wall. It's a little hard to see from y'all's angle, but yeah, and you do see that there, at least at the moment, there doesn't appear to be anyone on the wall. But yeah, so at the moment it's clear, but it is a very spiked wall. Yeah.
Is the area in front of the wall, is it pretty like exposed, or are there like some bushes anywhere or little places to ditches or anything?
In front of said wall. Oh, I will also say, my bad, that this temple, it's kind of like in a kind of like a small, the closest thing I could call it is kind of like a canyon. Like it is surrounded by this kind of like hills and small cliffs that go up and around it, because this wall does go into like each side of this little cliff face. And at least in the immediate front, go ahead and give me either like a hidden perception or like a hidden survival.
Both of us are just Grub.
I mean, what are you looking for, Krolak?
Man, just a way in. That's not the front door.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and both give me it then.
You said
right.
Perception.
Yeah. Perception or survival, whatever works best. Okay, so, yeah, at the moment, seems like the front of this gate is pretty exposed. It seems like these warlike priests picked the location of their temple, with pretty good considerations of how easily it would be able to defend and, keep an eye on any intruders coming from the front.
Okay. Grub will turn to Krolak and say, should we... So, along the, like, after the walls, end, I guess. Is it like a cliff face?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mixture of like cliffs and like really steep like slopes and stuff, and like kind of like rock faces and whatnot. It does, I mean, potentially somewhat look navigable up there. If you could maybe find a way to like hike up and around, you might be able to like get a better view from above.
I'll turn to Krolak and say, should we climb up to get a better view? I'm not seeing any, drainage ditches or anything here. You know what I mean, you're a thief.
Yes, maybe we can scale the cliffs and get behind that wall if we have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for a spot, maybe that's not in, like, obvious
In
view of
view.
the town, yeah, to climb up.
Yeah. You have an idea that, oh, whoops. Sorry, I guess I should have moved this over here while y'all were talking. But you get the idea that, you could maybe either make your way to the south over here to kind of be out of the way a little bit to start making your way up, or you could kind of backtrack and kind of go up through a smaller wooded area up here to the northwest.
I do think, hang on. I do have like a climbing kit.
That you do. That would definitely help getting up some of these areas. I'd say it's also a semi-decent wooded area kind of off here as well. You could probably get over there. I mean, it's not too much closer, but, might be able to cover your climb a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna head over there, maybe.
And I'll go with them.
Okie dokie. Here. Give me perception checks as you guys make your way here as well.
Blind again, or?
Yeah.
Oh, nope, that was initiative. That's not what I want.
All right. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, you make your way through the forest and, well, the small little cropping of trees and whatnot, and you do find a ledge where you could probably start making your climb up to the higher parts of this little range near the temple.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start doing that.
I don't like that I didn't perceive anything.
Because yeah, I have like a grappling hook. I'll see if I can latch it onto a rock up there or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, the climbing kit gives you moving half as quickly, but letting you attempt whenever you critically fail. Oh, cool. All right, yeah. So, go ahead.
Oh, although I think this might only work for me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, he can use the rope, but then obviously you'll be the only one.
I see. We just can't
benefiting
keep
from
climbing at the same time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, go ahead and give me, I believe it is a athletics check, I think.
Athletics, okay. Blind or just normal?
Normal's fine. Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
someone's getting up there.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll say that you're pretty careful with the placing of your your tools and whatnot and your kit to climb up the wall. Or not the wall, but the cliff safe, the mountainside. And you are able to like make it like a good 20 foot up until you get to like an outcropping up there. Looks like you could go higher if you wanted, but once you get up there, I guess if you make sure that things are secure up there, we can let Krolok try to make his way up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Nice.
I'll help him if he gets towards the top too.
Okay, cool.
I mean, not that I can do much probably, because
Yeah,
And
I'm a
athletics.
tiny goblin.
we'll give him a +2 to his check.
Ooh, a +2.
Yeah.
Let me add that in.
I don't know. I'm feeling generous today.
Oh wait, that's not what I want. Hold on. How do I add the 2?
When you press the roll button, you should see the little box that pops up, and there's like a spot for circumstance.
Aha.
Yeah.
+2.
Climbing up the mountain. Well, thank God you did get a +2. Oh wait, that was with the plus. Oh yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
What's the worst that happens? I fall and I'm fine.
That's true. Yeah, you climb up and like you get for that last grasp and you like almost slip a little bit, but like Grub kind of grabs onto your wrist. And he does manage to get you up.
I'll say, thank you. I'm still not a cat burglar.
Yeah, you should be able to fly up here. Sorry, that was kind of racist. Never mind.
I'll look at my wings and go, unfortunately, used.
But yeah, so we'll say that you guys are like up here now, a little bit higher. I would say if you kind of gaze upon the temple from here, I would say you guys are about level with the roof, but it's kind of hard to see if there would be any way to get down on it from here. But there is still, you guys could potentially get a little bit higher. See if there's any other ways that maybe you're just not seeing from this angle.
Yeah, I'll try to get a little bit higher, maybe.
All right, yeah, just go ahead and give me the athletics check again. All right, go ahead and just roll me a flat d20. This is the nice thing about your climbing kit. All right. Yeah, so you slip, but thankfully, due to your kit, as you fall back, you catch yourself on the rope, and you're just kind of like hanging there for a second. Yeah, but you are able to continue the rest of the way up.
Grub's gonna act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, Krolok, you want to give me the athletics? Oh, whoops.
Yes. Oh my god, I lost it. Where did it go? Jesus.
All right. Yeah. You slowly make your way up. You have a couple slips, but good old Grub's able to kind of guide you along up the path, and you do manage to make your way up.
Grub says, you should learn this if you want to be a better thief.
Usually, I look at him and I go, usually I just make people trust me.
Damn. Alright. I'm gonna, So keep that in mind. And then I'm gonna maybe stealth a little bit and see if I can get a little closer.
Yeah, I will also stealth because I think getting closer makes sense.
Nice. Go ahead and give me blind stealth rolls.
Oh, you would make it blind.
Y'all don't know how good y'all are stealthing.
Where is stealth?
Are you on the character sheet or the buttons?
Oh shoot, there it is. Never mind, I found it. Blind. Oh god. Well, it better be good. I have a decent bonus on this actually.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. You guys both,
Nice, he says to me, not one.
both begin
nice.
making your way closer, along the path. Well, sorry, they're not really a path, but along, whatever path you can make for yourselves as you get closer. How close do you guys want to get to this?
Let's see.
I wanna be able to look over it, man.
Yeah, I guess until we can kind of like see where like the temple meets the ground and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll say that you guys get over here. You guys are keeping wary to make sure that you're not like, poking over the ledges too much. Like you're trying to make sure that you have cover as you look down upon this place. And you guys get a little bit better view of this place. Let me see. They kind of split this up a couple ways. Let me see which one would be best. Yeah, so we'll say that you guys do manage to kind of get a semi-decent view of this place from above. Here, let me activate this scene really quick. I'll give you kind of an idea of what you guys can see. Let me drag you guys' tokens on here really quick. Alright, who do I need? I need Krolok and Grub. So you guys aren't actually down here, I'm just dragging you here because it's less annoying with the walls. So you guys can see that there is like a main courtyard behind the wall.
Well, guys, I'm already in.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to drag Grub, my bad. Okay, yeah, so you guys are able to see there appears to be, kind of a central courtyard covered in dirt and weeds. Obviously, there's still the large 2-story keep of stone home. And obviously, there's the outer wall with numerous spikes. There is definitely a wooden archer's walkway against the inside of the wall that you guys kind of noticed before. And there does appear to be a large covered well below you guys. So that is kind of what you see over here. Oh, and you do see a what appears to possibly be a stable over here to the west. Now let me take you guys. Here's what you see on the roof. So on the roof, let me see here. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna drag you guys right here, I think. You guys should be able to see. Oh, interesting. That is an interesting way to do that tile.
I'm blind. Yeah.
Let me move you there, and I somehow screwed up Grub again. All right. Once again, not actually here. This is just what you're seeing. You see that the roof of the building is constructed from a masonry with a layer of dried clay for weatherproofing, and grooves along the nearly flat roof to channel the water off sides. And there is also a 60-foot-long archery range that runs west to east with few targets comfortably spread along the 30-foot wide range. But what I will also say is kind of near this range, you guys notice that there is a ledge that is only about 20 feet above this portion of the roof. That you think you guys you could potentially be able to get to. So Krolok, you obviously know, 20-foot fall, nothing for you.
I'm
Grub,
good, man.
You understand a 20-foot fall probably wouldn't be amazing, but like, you know, you could, like, it's survivable. And obviously, instead of just jumping like a moron, you could also use your kit to like make your way down. Yeah. So that is like a potential way to possibly get into this place.
Are there
Do you
any
see any people?
Oh, yeah, my bad. There are, let's see here. You guys notice that there are a couple of heads mounted along the northern roof. Up over
Mounted
here.
as in, like, they don't have bodies. They're mounted on some
they
shit.
are mounted on poles. You weren't really able to see this from down below.
like decapitated heads?
Yep, decapitated heads.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Their kappas were detated. Jesus.
Their kappas were detated. But at least at the moment, there doesn't appear to be anyone on this roof. Along the ground floor, though, you guys wouldn't really see anyone out there as well. If there are people, they appear to be in the structure itself right now.
What are these weird like little things on the other side of the roof?
Yeah, let me see what that looks like for you. That might help me a little bit. Oh, those are, sorry, you see, kind of helping with the indication that they use this as an archery range. Those are, like, you see little bins of, like, arrows and, like, a couple bows there.
I see. And do I see anything that looks like an entrance to the place, like from up here, or can I not see anything like that?
You see that there is, like, a smaller, kind of like a smaller, I guess, like balcony to the north. From your current position, you can't really quite see that there's a door, but you can see like the beginnings of a ladder going down. So that might be a way into the structure down there.
Grub wants to look closer, but maybe best to wait.
Yes, I don't fancy being caught in there alone.
But good place to enter. And we know something is wrong here, and I'll point out the heads.
Yeah, can we tell anything about the heads? Like,
let's see.
is there any cultural significance?
So the heads have, let's see, how about you guys give me...
Are any of them Elder Ordwe?
Are any of them... there do not appear to be any that would be Elder Ordwe, as they look like they've been sitting out in the sun for a little while. Let me see, do you have anything with time? No, you don't.
What do you mean with time?
Well, I didn't know if you had, like, something special about, like, the timing of something.
Oh god, that'd be amazing. It's just, you know exactly when they died.
Yeah. How about y'all just give me, like, medicine checks, I guess. Or, I'll say or survival. I'll allow that as well.
Doesn't matter to me, they both suck.
Same. I mean, neither of them's that good. Private, public?
Public's fun. All right. Grub, you can't really make much out. I don't know. Heads. One has a hat, but
Grub says they're dead.
yeah. And Krolok, you notice. I mean, you see that like one has like what appears to be like some sort of like rag wrapped around his head. One kind of has like a strange triangular hat, kind of odd. But you also kind of get that looks like these have probably been sitting out in the sun for a few days. Not too long, but definitely not super recent.
I'll tell Grub that. Looks like they've been here a few days. Wonder what's going on in this town.
Heads usually aren't a good sign. Perhaps we head back and convene with the others.
Agreed. And then if we don't see the Elder at sunset, perhaps we have to break in.
Perhaps.
I hope nothing happens to Elder, but I like breaking in. We have a little mischievous smile.
Alright, yeah, you guys begin creeping back along the ledge. We'll say that, so as they begin making their way back, we'll say that, Delana, Norin, and Malchus, you guys were able to make your way up to the wall, or at least nearby, Stonehome, and you don't really see Grub and Krolok nearby. So what do you guys do?
Hey, Malchus.
Yes?
You think they went inside the place we're not allowed to go inside? Or do you think they just went to the inn and sat down calmly and waited patiently?
I'm not sure the goblin would do that. Do you think we should knock?
I mean, do have this, holding up the first mate's letter. At the very least, we could ask.
Maybe we should wait for the others before we ask.
I mean, what if they snuck inside and now they're sitting in a dungeon? Just saying. Those two
That's
strike
true.
me as people who think that they're sneakier than they actually are.
Whoa.
Especially.
Now you have me worried.
Especially.
Let's knock.
Whoa. I'll have you know my stealth is a +6.
Malchus, it's not like I don't think he's capable. It's more of a judgment thing with him. Anyway, let's knock.
Let's check the inn quickly before we barge into this temple.
Okay, we could do that too.
Alrighty. You guys make your way to the inn. So as they make their way to the inn, my other guys, they slowly begin making their descent down. As you get down here, you notice that, Dylan and Norin and Malchus aren't here, but they also did say that they were going to talk to the people on the ship. So what do you guys think you would do?
Perhaps they're at the inn, and if not, maybe they're on the ship, taken captive. I don't know.
Well, I think the inn sounds like the logical first step.
All right.
I'm gonna Grub is gonna keep an eye out and see if he sees any like beggars along the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you keep an eye out. You actually don't in particular meet any beggars, but like obviously some like little stall vendors maybe look like they're doing a little bit better than others. But yeah, no one in particular appears to be homeless on your little walk back. I mean, it appears that at least everyone here has some sort of duty in this town. Sorry, there was a fly trying to get me.
Bats!
Get him now. But I mean, I guess that would make sense since this, as you've been told, is a bit of a militaristic society here. So they probably. Oh my god, it's a gnat. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, so they might be trying to make sure that everyone is fully utilized here.
All right, then I'll just head back to the inn.
All right. Yeah, so we'll say that Malchus and Ellen and Norin, you guys get there first. As you guys walk into this inn, you see, you kind of walk through the door, you hear the little ching-a-ling-a-ding-ding as the little bell above the door goes off as you push the door open. And you see as the main roof of this building smells of baked goods and strange bitter odors one might expect in an apothecary's shop. The room's decor seems undecided about whether it wants to be a tavern, a curio shop, or an alchemist's laboratory. The low shelves that line the wall display a staggering mix of elixirs, unguents, jars of glue, fresh baked goods, cutlery, mugs, and the occasional smoke stick or bundle of tinder twigs. And as you guys kind of step inside, a little halfling, a blonde woman, emerges from the back room, and she looks a little bit like this. You know, pretty slender for a halfling, actually. And she says, oops, I'm on you guys' screen now. Oh, you're new, ain't ya? I haven't seen you around town.
Yes. Hello, little young woman.
Oh, where you come from? Wait, are you from that fancy ship? You know, that weird one come floating in when I wasn't looking?
I mean, we technically did just come from that ship.
You got any fantastical tales from your maritime adventures?
We're looking for a goblin and a birdman. Have you seen them?
Oh, no, I haven't seen any bird people. That's
This
that's
looks
something.
This looks like a general store. What kind of store is this? Is this the inn?
Oh, well, you know, I do quite a bit of business. I sell lots of things like alchemical goods, glues and stuff for ship making, dyes. I don't know, just about anything. I got some medicine too, and you know, I got baked goods. I love making me some baked goods, and you know, those are best in the morning though. You know, when they're just out of the oven. But yeah, I also, you know, I have a few spare beds that I offer. You know, sometimes people are a bit too pissed, and you know, they don't. They feel like they might just doze off here, so you know, I rent out a couple rooms every now and again.
Yeah. Hey, question. What is it like living here? I'm just kind of curious about what you think of Iron Harbor.
Oh, well, you know, things aren't too bad. You know, the place is run by the Goramites, technically. You know, not really my deal, but you know, I appreciate the stability. You know, I guess they like to fight, and you know, the whole, the person who's best at fighting should be in charge, you know, seemed a little weird to me, but you know, it's not my religion. I ain't gonna judge. But they seem orderly. Things have been a little quiet for the past week or so, ever since them Thassilonians showed up. But that's fine by me. Fewer Goramites in the streets means less clanking armor, and less noisy praying and all that. But normally they ain't so quiet.
I think the person who's the best at bacon should be in charge. Am I right?
Yeah, now you're talking. I like you. What's your name, fella?
Delanedanoran. And I just wanted to ask you what you thought, because I'm actually from Osprey Cove here with our elder.
Nah, you're not from Osprey Cove. Can't be. They haven't talked to us in ages. Too busy, being stuck up and part of the little cooperative commune talking to birds or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of are like that. Honestly, I couldn't wait to get out of that village myself.
Huh. Well, you know what they say, nobody's perfect. You, you guys get run out of town for being bad bird farmers or something?
I wish. We're actually here, trying to look after one of the Goramite brothers that showed up in our village just this morning.
Oh, yeah, Brother Blanton? I don't really... I think I seen him. He's one of them Goramites. I seen him around town, but, as I said, not as much since some Thassilonians showed up. And then, after she says that, you hear the ting-ding-ding-ding as Grub and Krolok, because you guys were heading to the inn first, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You guys walk in and says, "Oh, hi, more customers. What can I do you for?"
Ah, there you are.
Nice shop.
Oh, thank you.
Lots of things.
Out now. That's all.
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, like I said, we're helping the Thassilonians out now, so yeah.
Huh? What?
Wait, the Thassilonians?
Let's take a walk, Del.
Okay, sure. Why?
You've been helping out that merchant they got?
What merchant?
Oh, I don't know. I just heard that that ship has belongs to some merchant or something. I don't know. He and his entourage been spending last week or so up at Stonehome. I don't know what they've been up to, but there's still the crew on the ship, but none of them come to buy anything, which is just plain rude.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, the crew is not the nicest. First mate, really cool lady.
Well, that's good to hear, I guess. Glad they got someone smart about them. But yeah, can I do anything for you, fellas?
Maybe later Grub will be back for shopping.
And that is the perfect spot to end our session as Grub smiles a big fat toothy smile to this halfling woman, Elsie. And with that, we will come to a close, and I will say thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time. So bye guys. Bye.